Hello, everybody, and we are so sorry for being late. We know our podcast is behind, and that is because we are inept and unprofessional and kind of dumb. Now, if you can't appreciate that kind of honesty, then you should go listen to another podcast. Now, there's only two things you need to know about listening to this podcast. This is a follow-up story from the last podcast, so if you haven't heard that one, you should go listen. Number two, we tried to redeem ourselves so bad, we both broke our genitalia in half.
True story.
Just watch me. All right, Lauren, we are back. I mean, it feels like it's been 3 years. How are you, by the way?
I'm really good. It's getting hot here, and I've been jumping in the pool, and I am actually loving that.
Guess who still has not been in the pool?
Richard.
Richard refuses to go into the pool.
You're missing out.
I have a shower. I can use that. You know, someday I'll have my own little pool. For now, I wouldn't mind getting a baby pool and just setting up inside the house and having my own little indoor pool.
We can do that. I think
the thing is here, we don't have a bathtub.
I know.
And I believe this is what I believe. I believe in the United States of the Americas, it is code to have at least one bathtub inside of your home.
Oh, really?
Inside of the states of the United of Americas. But here in the Estados Mexicanos, I believe in Mexico, you do not have to have a tub. I don't even think you have to have a bathroom.
I was going to say, probably just like as long as you have something hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of codes here. I mean, we have seen bathrooms that have been built like there's a 4-foot drop out of your shower. That doesn't seem safe at all.
Well, I remember we were trying to do something. A toilet is supposed to be X amount of inches.
12 inches.
Yeah.
12 inches from a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was,
at the very least, 12 inches.
I don't know how you know this, and I was like, well, it's certainly not that.
It was like 6 inches. Like your leg gets caught in between, shimmy around it.
No.
You can't shut a door. Yeah, it's very different here. But so that explains one of the reasons there is no tub in here. So I think a baby pool is not really out of the question.
I'll pick one up at the grocery store because they have them there.
One time, true story, Richard had a hemorrhoid, not to get too personal, and we bought what we called a butt tub, which was just a little tub where I had to put my butt in there and just soak it with a little bit of salt and warm water. Mm-hmm. It was like I was brining myself. And I looked so ridiculous, and you felt so bad for me, you took a photo.
I did.
Yeah. That's how bad I have to take this photo of you in your butt tub.
Because you were watching TV like it was Rick Wonder.
What else can you do?
Oh my God. It's so funny. I keep it actually on my phone because when I'm scrolling just to find something to post on social media, I'll scroll past it sometimes and I just chuckle to myself.
Oh, you saved it.
Oh yeah, I still have it.
Good.
That's why I take photos like that because they make me smile.
Great. But you look great.
Oh, stop it.
Okay. So we're doing something a little bit in order, which is really rare. Now, in the last episode, we had talked about this perfect host couple. Right?
Yes.
And I failed miserably.
Yeah, you did fail. I think I got a B minus.
You got a B minus.
Someone wrote in; and they were very unhappy about that.
we have strict grading system, and I had promised a story of redemption. Because we all like them.
We do.
We do. It's what we watch most on the Netflix. But before we get to that story, I want to ask all of our listener to please, we started our little TikTok. So if you want to watch us, mostly fresh material of you and I just bantering about really meaningless crap, mostly about being naked and bulges, and go over to TikTok. Where do they go?
At Room 77 Podcast.
It's very consistent.
Yeah, we like to keep it that way.
Make sure to follow us, like us, share us, lick the screen, do whatever it is you do over there. Watch us do our thing over there. We are bringing you, in fact, this time, a story of redemption. They missed us so much, that these two beauties got back on a plane and came back to get more.
They did.
Of that limp penis. Are you You know, the international.
The sign. Just do that. Is it the flashing the boob sign?
I mean,
what is the sign?
No, this is I'm choking.
Oh.
But I'm super in a lot of equipment. But I do have my phone. I'll call 911.
Okay. I'm sure someone will be here, so stop.
No one's showing up.
No
here.
one.
No. So a story of redemption.
Yeah, so they got on a plane and they came down to see us again.
Yeah, they wanted me to make it right. I mean, that's pretty much how I took it. Because, I mean, let's face it, they couldn't get enough. They really couldn't. But
they had a hard time sleeping at night without giving you that space to redeem yourself.
Pause that. They have a hard time sleeping, period. All right, so now it's our time to play hostesses with the mostesses.
Oh God, it makes me so nervous because I know it's not a strong suit of mine.
Well, I suck and you suck. So we're going to suck at this. But we try hard.
We really do.
Yeah. First things first. They're really, obviously, we didn't take into account they're the best hosts, so they're going to be the best guests. They come in and they're like, we don't need anything. I'm like, well, you're sleeping outside. They're like, we're cool with that. I mean, you just can't even rub them the next way.
They brought Muchacho a toy. That was first.
They brought him a little pineapple.
Of course it was a pineapple.
Just perfect. And by the way, if anybody wants to know, Muchacho constantly carries it upside down. The thing that didn't work out is we're like, hey, the room you're staying in.
I was wondering if you were going to bring this up.
Is under construction. The day you're coming here, so it's timing wise. I'm so sorry. They're like, well, that's all right. You just can't shake them.
You can't fluster them. No. I wish I had some, like whatever vitamin that is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I have come to an absolute conclusion as this ends. As far as redemption, as far as who I am as a person, I mean, they've really made me dig deep.
You had a therapy session.
Yeah, I mean, I just know who I am as a person, more who I am as a person. The thing that they do correctly in the lifestyle, and these are not people who are huge lifestyle people, and I mean they just landed on a swing site, and I shit you not, yesterday.
Yeah.
And that is because of our bad influence, I think. They really live sporadically through just finding people that they find. It's not something that they really go out and are obsessed with, but that's how I would describe them, right? They're not like hunters. Like,
yeah, for sure. I was going to use the word hunting.
Even though they do hunt for vanillas in their own adorable way, they're not your typical, we're going to go to every lifestyle and every takeover, every lifestyle party, every takeover, every club, everything. They really do sort of march to their own drummer, but there are a lot of things that they do that people who are starting out and who have been in the lifestyle should kind of take notice of what they do and how they do it because of the ease that they bring. There's also some things that they are inherently that if there is couples out there that are like them, they should know scare the shit out of some people.
Well, I like that they don't really host a lot. So they treat it very socially. Like if they're going to go do something, they look for a party or what are the clubs doing? So they make it like almost like a date night. Like they're going to go to this club and see what happens. So they're not really looking for people to come over or to go on a meet up with and see if they like them to come over, because it's just not really how they do it. And I think that makes a big difference on what they do versus, how we were in LA. We were like on the side looking for people, then you go to have a drink, and then it's a different approach. I liked it.
I wish they worked for me in a way. We were walking down the beach the other day. We live near a bunch of hotels. We were walking down the beach and we see this hot 22-year-old sitting on a chair. And because we're hoary and disgusting, we immediately start flirting with him. He's literally all by himself sitting on the beach.
Well, Muchacho walked over.
Yeah, Muchacho, who's here doing his job of sleeping, walked over to him, just laid right down. I mean, best wingman ever. And so we walk over to him, and he's from the middle of the U.S. somewhere. We're like, oh, God, we could tear this boy to shreds. And we come to find out he's with 14 22-year-olds. And I'm like, oh God, where are our friends when we need them? Because we could just send them into that crowd and just let them loose. Because I hear that and I'm like, I can't hang with that.
I can barely talk to this one in terms of, thank God Muchacho was there to have something like a Kickstarter. But yeah,
I just mean energy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, sure. I can't do 22-year-old energy.
No, you're going to be at Senior Frogs and Coco Bongo.
No, I'm looking at them. I'm thinking energy. That's what rope and duct tape's for. Because I don't have that kind of energy. You know what I mean?
Hell no, yeah. But the couple would.
They would put them to bed. I promise you that.
And they would outdrink them too, probably.
They would outdrink them and be like, why are you guys going to bed so early? I guarantee it. The sexiness of it sort of starts in the evening. Again, no pressure. Everything is very, very social with them. And I am, thank God, feeling really horny, and I'm not as tired as I was last time. So I know that I'm going to do kind of okay. I'm never going to do great.
I know you always say that.
It's true.
You're like, we're average. I'm average.
We are. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. You're going to get an average lay with me, right? Yeah. I'm going to have sex with you, and I'm going to stare at you looking for some sign of content, right?
We should have one of those like hospital signs with the emojis.
With the pain emoji. Yeah. Right? I'm just looking for any sign of discomfort. Any sign of content for me is a win. Right? You exhale, I will consider that an orgasm. That's how easy I am.
Oh, God, that's great. Oh, I'm going to come then. You came, I'm coming. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Just breathing.
Yeah. I'm done.
Oh, sorry. What's the sound?
So she brought a lot of sexy clothing, right?
I mean, they literally beat to their own drum, and I loved it because, we all get in our routines, and they love to dance. We had the music on. They brought lights, tricked out the whole house with lights and lasers and like so cute.
They're like a band on tour.
With no bus.
Yeah.
Just a backpack.
We're going to light this shit. All right. This is what I need.
She was like moving outlets, like she was looking at it. And like, I love that she immediately felt at home in this house. There was like one time I turned around and she's pouring herself a drink and making shots and grabbing. I was like, I love that you're at home in my kitchen, because as a bad hostess, which I get so stressed out about being a hostess, that immediately put me at ease. So then I was like, woohoo, all right, let's dance in your lasers and all that stuff. She was like, I brought a bunch of lingerie and let's take photos. I'm like, great, because I never take photos.
Right.
He was taking pictures. You took some pictures. Chill,
And I'm trying not to drink a lot, because the last thing I want is for my penis to fall asleep and have a repeat of what happens last time. And he's a shot pusher. Like, listen, if he ever loses, I don't really know what he does for a living, but if he ever loses his job, drug dealing would be his jam, because like when it comes to pusher, I think he could probably start his own cartel if he needed to.
If he needed to.
Yeah, because he is quite the pusher. So he was pushing me all night. I'm like, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it.
So another thing that they brought with them that was really cool was this wax candle. You light it, let it burn, and then it has a little pour thing, and you pour it on and start massaging.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Love it. So we get that out, and I had never experienced it before. I don't know. I liked it. I'm glad they left it behind.
They left it behind?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I meant to. I think it was just because it was on our nightstand.
We started doing the massages, and all right, we'll be right back. Lauren, bikini addiction is an addiction of bikinis.
Something that we don't have a 12-step program for.
Nor do you need one, really.
You want to live with this addiction.
This is one of the healthiest addictions you can have. This is equal to going to the gym, equal to eating healthy food. If you practice good energy, feng shui, which I believe is the next line of bikinis that they're putting out. It is a bikini that fits on your body that gives you positive energy. What will happen is you will send a picture of your completely nude body, and I will tell you what position to put that bikini on in. I will feng shui your body. Okay? So if you want me to feng you, go to the new line of Feng Shui Bikini Addiction bikinis. I want you to go to Bikini Addiction and look for Feng Shui Bikini. If you don't find it, just keep refreshing. Or buy something using Room 77 as your promo code, and then it will show up, because that's how you get the Feng Shui Bikini line to show up.
Richard will no longer be working for the marketing division of bikiniaddiction.com. So if you want to save 10%, go to bikiniaddiction.com and use our promo code. Get your perky bottoms, get your scrunchbacks. Promo code Room77, save 10% and support us at the same time.
Again, here's how you do it. Go to bikiniaddiction.com, use Room 77 as your promo code. You get 10% off that code. Then you go back, a secret section will show up called Feng Shui Line. Then send me nude pictures of yourself. I will tell you how to put a Feng Shui bikini on you.
If you don't see that box show up, or if you're looking for something special that may have been out of stock, aka perky bottoms in the pineapple, you can go there now because they're back. There are 7 styles of perky that are on Bikini Addiction. So if you need to cover more, because maybe that would be something that you suggest, if you need to cover more of your ass for that Feng Shui feel,
I will let you know. But again, if that category doesn't show up, try resetting your browser. Turn your device on and off again. Try using a VPN.
Clear your cache.
Make sure that you are not in North Korea. But the Feng Shui line will be coming soon. Also, the owners of Bikini Addiction will be coming for my life for pitching all of this. Now back to the show. One of my biggest turn-ons is giving an oil massage to a person lying on a bed. I love it. I love getting oiled up and massaging with you, another person. If you ask me to do that for a couple hours, I will do it I will get all oiled up and I will do it all night long.
It's a turn on for you. Like, you always get hard.
Especially if the person's really into it. Everybody took their turn.
Yeah.
She went last, right?
They're funny because they're very directive, like both of them. They're very alpha, and they're very, you had said this before in the last one, is they take charge and they tell us where to go. And we're like, great. So even in the bedroom, they're like, okay, who's first? Richard, you first. And then it was me, and then it was him. And then she was like, I'm last. Like, okay, great. Well, she did a little sneaky thing there. She was last, which we all did face down. No one got face up except for who was last.
She did face up.
She did. She doubled down. But I was fine with that because...
Oh, I was fine with that too.
I mean, I just love massaging, and I loved her body and her skin.
Yeah, and that's when things started to get really hot and steamy. And that's when the play really, really starts and starts to go to the next level. But yeah, we brought up the motor bunny.
That was me trying to be perfect host. I was like, let's let that flip.
So we brought up the motor bunny. That's actually one of the ways we got started. And she was looking at it like...
She's a little intimidated.
She was looking at it like your friends take you to do something and you know it's wrong. And she's the friends that's like, you try it first. And you try it, and then if you don't die,
I'll do it.
Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah, so she did. She made me go first.
So you went first.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people feel like this, that you can't be on a motor bunny for very long. You have to, and of course, he had the control, so he's like, whee!
Yeah,
he's like 2 seconds. He's like, started low, and then his attention span is just like, and 100. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be numb.
Yeah, it's such a guy mentality. That's like funny. You have vibration mode from 1 to 10. You start the vibration out slowly, and you're like, I started on a 1. Yeah. And then like, maximum come. That's how it works, right?
Well, that's what he was looking at me like, you're going to come and squirt everywhere. And I'm just looking like...
You're making a smoothie with my internal organs. That's what's happening.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's... and so she's a multiple comer. I think maybe... And with me, it's like, you wouldn't want to do this before a play session starts, because then, you get dragging Lauren, who's, if I come really hard, I'm sort of like a guy where I'm exhausted. If I hit that one half orgasm, then I can get the rolling ones. But it takes a while to get there. And when you put me on a spot like where I'm sitting on something like a motor bunny and everyone was just staring at me, that's way too much pressure.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I need to get off.
And that's one of the things about the motor bunny or the Sybian, whatever you're using at that point. There is a component of it that everybody's just sort of staring at you, right?
Yeah.
Like you went to the bar and you're like, who's going to ride the bull next?
For sure.
And everybody's staring at you. So there's a component of it that doesn't allow you to completely relax. There is not a lot for people to do. There was one point where she was so excited. He was, because he cranked it up to like 11. He's like, go stick your cock in her mouth. Go stick your cock in her mouth. And I was like, she's going to bite it off. Go stick your cock in her mouth. I go over and she bit down on my cock. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he stopped. And after she stopped, she's like, I almost bit his cock off. I'm like, yeah. Because you have it up to fucking level 10. It's like she's being electrocuted. That's why they put leather straps in their mouths.
We've all seen these.
It's like she's having a seizure. Who would say she's having a seizure? Put your cock in her mouth. It's the safest place for it.
So it was
I
even
said,
like
you
she
put your cock in her mouth.
So she couldn't even.
I'm busy with the controls.
It was so into it.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't directly through his cock, that knob.
Yeah. On that thing, them both being alphas, usually in the dynamics of a couple, there's usually one that's very sort of there's the dominant and then there's the sub, right? It's sort
especially in the bedroom. It's not like there's both people who are like, I want this.
Yeah, these two are both very, very, very secure people, and they both work the same way in the bedroom, which for someone like me can be very intimidating. Right?
Bless your heart. I just blessed your heart. Sorry.
Well, it is because it's like I don't know how to say it. Like it's like I need some sort of weakness. I need some sort of room to have some power.
Right.
I need some crevice to crawl into where I am in some control. And I'll get into a little bit of this. Basically, at this point, my goal is to fuck because that's what I did not get to do. But I am hard and I am ready. And he immediately starts fucking you. Honestly, I could watch him have sex with you all night because he's got such a great cock. He's got such a great rhythm. She enjoys it. He enjoys it. I could watch it all night and it really turns me on. So then it's my turn, right? So I politely ask, may I fuck you, please? And she says yes. So then this is what happens to me. Now, if you are the listener of the podcast, you know that Richard has a fear. What is it? Yes, you are correct. Breaking my penis. So it's breaking my penis, and it is going reverse cowgirl or being on top of my penis and riding me like you're bucking a bronco. I say, what do you like best? And she says, can I ride you? And my brain goes, uh-oh.
I know.
Your strong personality and riding on top, I know how this is going. So I'm already putting on the condom and I'm thinking, all right, just control her hips, Richard. That you know what you got to do in this situation. This is not your first rodeo. Forgive the pun. This is not your first rodeo. Just control those hips, right? So she climbs on top of me. She puts my swollen cock inside of her dripping wet vagina. I slide into her and she grabs my hands and pins them on the headboard.
Oh, shit.
Right. And then,
I'm watching you and I'm seeing your face.
Right. Panic. And then she starts bouncing up and down on me. Bouncing up and down on me like I'm a hobby horse. What were that thing that you used to
that ball thing.
That ball thing when we were kids. You used to jump up and down on it really hard. Right? Now there's just sheer panic. So I start trying to escape from her, right? Like I'm trying to run away from a cop who's trying to cuff me at this point. And I'm trying to and she grabs tighter. She's like, where do you think you're going? Oh, no.
Like I'm not doing like a play thing. I'm actually I kind of want my hands free at this point. I'm watching all of this go on your face.
Right. And then I let it go a little bit. I'm like, and then I go a little bit, and she goes a little bit harder. And then I sort of feel my dick bend a little bit. And I'm like, enough, get off of me. No, I can't. So then I have to have the conversation with her that I'm like, okay.
Well, she had to let go of your hands so she could grab it and put it back
I pulled him away. I pulled him out.
And put it back in. I was like, I think that's going to put the heart on down for a second.
Well,
you might as well. Of course it did.
Yeah. And listen, again, this is why I'm terrible in bed. And he's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Well, first of all,
you were like, listen, there's a difference here. Like something like your cock, it's girthy, it's sort of juicy, and it's straight up.
Straight fat cock.
Yeah, I think you called it a fire hydrant.
It's a fire hydrant cock. I know another gentleman like this, also my hero. Love him. I want their cocks. That's what I want.
Right.
If I could trade with them, I would. If someone told me, if you murder them, you will get their cocks, I would consider murdering them. That's how much I want their cocks.
We love them as people, but
I love them dearly, but it might be worth it.
So you're like, in contrast, my cock is not
cock?
you were like, yours is fire hydrant-y, mine is curved.
It's not as girthy, which women hate. It's just, it's longer.
But we're talking about, when you're sitting on it, you can't sit and bounce up and down.
It bends.
Yeah, it bends towards your face. Like, so if you were masturbating, you could just come right in your mouth if you wanted to. It bends
like this, which is great, which is cool sometimes, right? Because when you are in the right position, right, and you have that, I can't do it. Just like in bed, I can't get in the right position. When you're in bed and it's in the right position, you can tap up. With a straight one, you're sort of like this, right?
Yeah.
But when you have that little curve, you get to tap up, and everybody knows that motion is the thing that usually makes
the G-spot.
Right, or the G-spot. We still don't know if the G-spot is real. But so
you're like, okay, break.
Take a break.
And I'm going to explain to you the aerodynamics of how you would have to be riding my cock. And she's just like, all right, got it. So I can't sit up and down. So I got to bend forward. I'm going to do more of this, like coming towards your face, but I'm still going to bounce up and down. And you're like, yeah.
Meanwhile, Mr. Sex Olympia, he's a strong guy.
He's a strong guy. Basically is, again, alpha, taking control. He's literally holding me off the bed and just fucking me, which I love.
Yeah.
You do that to me. And I love when I'm just kind of hovering.
Until I start shaking because my muscles are giving it. He was using you like a rag doll. That's what I love. One of my favorite moments was you sitting on top of him because you were riding him on top, right? Mm-hmm. And there was this moment when you first started. It was the first point that you were starting to have sex with him, and you were putting him inside of you. You were just sitting on top of it, and it was difficult for you to put him inside of you.
Yeah, I have to go really, really slow.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're so funny. I know, because I can hear you behind me and it really turns me on. I'm glad you're so vocal about that.
I'm just watching him. I'm just watching your tiny little body sitting on him, and I'm just seeing him like concentrate, trying to get that thing inside of your tiny little hole. And I'm just like watching you slowly sit down on it, and you're just trying to sit on it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking heaven. Oh.
I'm like, baby fucks.
Oh God.
Teeny tiny baby fucks. So and then I get a little deeper and then I get a little deeper.
He takes you and he's basically just.
And I'm taking all of it. Oh my God.
And I know he's destroying your fragile little vagina at this point because you had just had a gangbang, which we will get to in another episode. You had just had a gangbang with 6 guys, equally as hot. So your vagina is still fragile. Also, side note, this is the second time I was treated like a bitch in 1 month. Also in the gangbang story. Now, I'm watching him do this to you. Now, from a guy's point of view, what happens is, this is, remember, a story of redemption. And you immediately, when a guy like me, I start thinking, this is like in a film, I would slowly start to dolly in on my face, right into my eyes, looking at it. And I wouldn't even have to say a word, but my thoughts are, I can't do that to your wife. I don't have the capabilities. I'm not trained like you are. I am not a Jedi, and I cannot do those things that I am witnessing you do. I thank you, but
your cock is different. I want you like
it's
that's
not
what I'm
even
trying
just
to.
the difference. It's just the stamina and the thing and
power of the thrust.
right. Little lady says, "Come on, let me do reverse cowgirl on you." And I said to her, "I don't trust you." So she was like, "Trust me." I'm like, "All right." So she starts reverse cowgirling. She's like, "I know how to do it." She starts going. And I'm like holding her a little bit. Bitch got out of control again. I was like, stop it. Get off.
Throw a flag. I'm trying to throw a flag for you.
She turned over and started laughing. She's like, I did go a little too far. I did. I felt it on that one. And then she even turned to her husband. She was like, I did. I felt it that one. I felt it. Right. So,
oh God.
So you get to a point where you're broken. Your vagina is broken in half.
I think it's time for my internals to take a rest, and I'm just going to come with my vibrator watching this nastiness.
I know.
And y'all start spit roasting, which is my favorite.
Well, hold on. This is how horrible of a husband I am. And this is what everybody should know about men, especially women, how sex and drugs are almost the same. You're borderline in pain, and you're sitting next to him and his penis and me, and you're like kind of in pain. And me and him are like, come on. Just a little more lube. You can do it.
You both are. Like, you're kind of egging each other on. Like come on, baby.
Come on, baby. You can sit on it one more time. Come on.
And
can't hurt that bad.
There's a part of me that does love the pain. Like, there is definitely, there is a masochistic, I don't know which one it is, but I do love pain. There is something about that is very true for me. So I start to negotiate with myself, and I'm like, well, maybe I do. Maybe I can go one more time.
Yeah. But this is where you're lucky that you have a husband that loves you, because I start to hear myself, right? And I start to say it, and I go, what are you doing? Stop it. No. And then I say, honey, no. I think you should stop. Just stop. Because what are you doing to your wife? This is horrible. This is horrible. She's in pain. And I know that if I keep asking, you are going to do it. You will do it. You will do it for me.
I will.
I know you will.
I'll do it for you, but it's also like I will venture down that pain road, because it is enjoyable in a twisted way. It's like the same reason like I'll get Botox and filler with no numbing cream.
But then you will also pay for it for the next 3 days after it's over.
Yeah, sorry, babe. My vagina's broken. You can masturbate if you want. Like, that's what happens.
Right.
I was literally straddling an ice pack for 2 days. So
hot. So you take a break, and then we start to spit roast her, which was really, really hot. She was in the middle of that. Now, this is where I come to a point where I had to tell her that she is on my no-fly list anymore.
Which I love. I think you should trademark that. Because while she was being spit roast, right? I'm sitting there, and again, we'll go into what happened at the gangbang, because this relates to what happened at the gangbang. I don't know who was having sex with who at this point, because I'm doing her doggy style, but at some point she's basically power bottoming me, right? So explain power bottom for people who don't have
a power bottom, especially in the homosexual or gay world, is a bottom. A bottom is a guy who receives but does a power bottom is a receiver but does all the work. So they are in control and they do all the work. So a power bottom basically would be someone who is in a position of receiving but still doing all the work.
They're in control.
Even
though they're receiving. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be almost like if a woman riding you, cowgirl or reverse cowgirl, and she's squatting with her legs up and down. You're not moving your hips.
Right.
She's power bottoming you, basically.
You're starfish.
Right. So she's in doggy power bottoming me to the point where she almost breaks my dick again. And
Unbelievable.
I'm like, what the actual? It's not even the position anymore. It's just that
She's a wild one.
She's wild, right?
Yeah.
She's just wild. She needs people who are the caliber of her husband and up.
Anyway, so she does it again.
So she does it again. And I was like, that's it. You're on my no-fly list. I just can't. I don't trust you.
I was waiting for you to get close to coming and to come all over her face. That's what I wanted. I wanted that to just...
Well, that didn't happen because they like to play for hours and hours and hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just get too tired because I'm old. I wanted you there and involved. And
even though I was like orally and masturbating, but my vagina was out, so you felt awkward.
I kind of wanted you involved. Like it was, I wanted to have sex with you more. I didn't get to have sex with you enough.
Yeah.
And he already ruined you.
Asshole. Oh, man.
I'd watch it again.
That's funny because the next day y'all were like, well, your vagina's broken, but we could do anal.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's the logical solution. All right. Well, in conclusion of all of this, this time am giving you an A+.
Oh my God.
I know last time I gave you a B-. The listener wrote in and they were very upset, but I am giving you an A+ this time so we don't get letters.
I would have been fine with a B+ because I still think I have room for improvement.
I, however, this time did get a B-, but the B stands for bitch. Because I was just made a bitch. All right, Lauren, we interrupt this really interesting story to talk about becoming a member and a supporter of Room 77 podcast. It is really important that we are able to live this life of luxury that we've been living for so long now. The truth of the matter is we're out of furs. I am down to 125 pairs of sneakers. The Maybach is broke. The DeLorean is in the shop. Does anybody even have DeLoreans anymore?
I don't know.
That's why it's in the shop. You can't find parts for them.
There's no part. You have to go to the future to get them.
We need your support more than ever. Lauren, tell them all the things that they get over at patreon.com. Tell about the Telegram, the OnlyFans.
You get that. And you get that warm, fuzzy feeling for supporting us. There's porn associated with it that we are going to be putting up on a private site. For now, it's going to be up on our new OnlyFans just for Patreons that will host all of it. You get free a month or a week, depending on if you sign up for the big bucks. You sign up for a year, we'll give you a free hat. There's the Telegram chat, which is the best of all. Sign up for as little as $5 and head on over to the chat. There's over 150 people in there, and it just blows up so much that it's so fun. Sharing dirty pictures and just talking and laughing. We've really made lots of friends in there. It's really kind of cool.
All right, who are the people who did sign up and looked at all of our junk this month?
You can go to our website, room77life.com or patreon.com/room77. So thank you to Carrie, David, Casey, Fun, Curious KT, LGXTC, Tracy and Will, Andrew, and Silver Fox 71, and J&S.
Just got a message from Silver Fox. Very, very thankful for us. And I just want to say special thank you for thanking us on top of the thank you. And also, I know it's not the Patreon section, but a tiny little shout out to Mr. H over at the Bed Hoppers podcast for coming over here and giving me a BJ. Wait, wrong list. He actually gave me some really good advice for our sound over here and helped me out a whole lot. So thank you, Mr. H. I appreciate it. I sound so much better. Sometimes I just come out here at night. I record myself. I just read to myself and then I listen to it back. So thank you, Mr. H. Bed Hoppers. It's not a story of redemption. She came back and just made me her bitch. I tried, and I really wonder, and this is a question for you, like, what kind of guy would it take her to be like, you, sir, are too much for me? I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
You know that hockey guy? It'd have to be someone like, what was that guy in The Mountain in Game of Thrones? Someone like, I feel like that just ginormous person that can pin her down, and because she's strong and actually keep her pinned, I think would be maybe the only solution. But there has to be some sort of straps or something. She's a strong one, a wiggly one. I feel like she could wiggle out. Oh God, they are a hoot. I love them dearly. I really enjoyed having them in our home. They're welcome back anytime. Again, I think they should write a book on how to be the perfect guest.
Yeah, they really should. They are welcome back here. I am definitely getting a stand-in. I will try to find somebody. I will try to get somebody to stand in for me to be like, they can call them Richard. It doesn't matter. I'll hire the person. He'll be my sexual stand-in.
Well, maybe we get a strap on. Mm-hmm. But you wear the strap on, but it's just a straight cock.
That doesn't sound that fun for me.
Well, then you can fuck. I'll be laying down, and then she could be doggy. Mm-hmm. You could be actually fucking me.
And you're underneath milking me like a cow?
No, you could be fucking me with your real penis and fucking her.
Oh my God, this sounds like so much work.
Or you can wear the strap on backwards, and then she could ride you from the back.
If
and
you think I'm that coordinated,
you don't have to do anything. That's the point.
You know what I'll do?
She'll be power bottoming.
No, I'll just strap the motor buddy to my belly. Call it a day. I'll just be like, hey, get blindfolded. I've really practiced a lot.
You're gonna hear a little bit of buzzing.
I'll strap that thing. I'll strap it with a vest.
Yeah, that's like a roller coastery vest type thing. Yeah, we'll get that made.
In fact, that's going to be one of my costumes at the event.
That's your Zero Fox.
It's my Zero Fox costume.
Shit, we need to make it cordless.
I am the motor bunny. You know what? This isn't a bad idea.
No, it's not. I'm going to get you some bunny ears.
Yeah. You know what? Call my friends. How can we strap this thing on me?
We just need to get a battery pack or something. I don't know how to make it.
Thank you. And that's about it. Then the next one, we'll talk about the gangbang and me being a bitch again. I should just be in prison. That's how bad this is. All right, muchacho, well done. Just didn't even open his eyes.
We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
All right, Lauren, that is about it. My body is falling apart. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Sensation coming in October, which is sold out. But
what,
here's the
Richard?
caveat. Let's say you are a person on a budget. Let's say, Richard, Lauren, I don't have that much cash, man. I want to go. I want to get naked with you. I want to eat all that food. I want to drink all that drink. Maybe
play in that playroom.
Good news.
Yeah.
You could go for as low as starting at $1,500. What did I say?
What?
$1,500. That's for 5 days. Is it 5 days?
5 nights.
5 nights of all of that. But wait, there's more.
Oh my God.
We're throwing in kitchen knives. I mean, I will throw in kitchen knives, but we really won't. There really isn't more. But if you want to, starting at $1,500 in Isla Mujeres, Mexico, October 17th.
Through the 22nd.
No, how do they get in touch with us? What would be best?
Go to room77life.com and click contact and use the contact form and reach out to us.
And put in the notes section, hey, Lauren.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap date. And we'll tell you how to get there cheap and efficiently and how you can hang out with us. Just on a final note, really good news or scary news or exciting news in the drug world, which we all love to hear about. There is something on the precipice, the FDA of maybe, possibly approving a drug for, it's like a morning after pill. And a friend sent us this and said, hey, I know you guys like to bareback it, which is true and not true at the same time. I just want to bareback it all the time. I'm just getting to that point in my life where I just want to, I know it's wrong to say, and everybody, to each in their own. Yes, it is. Safe sex is important. STIs are running rampant right now. They are spiking. They're going through the roof right now. Not as much as when COVID was happening, but they're going through the roof right now. This is one of the reasons that they're thinking about approving this drug. So we are not saying that you should not have unprotected sex. I'm just saying I don't really value my life.
Oh, God.
So, and I think it feels good. So, but they are thinking about taking doxycycline. Is that how you say it?
Doxycycline.
Doxycycline. I think it's called Doxed. Doxed? Doxid? Doxmex. Doxies. That's what they'll be called on the street.
Yeah, that's what. You got some doxies.
You got some doxies. Anyway, you'll take this and up to 72 hours, you will rid yourself of any possible STIs that you got from your dirty partner.
Oh my God.
The thing is effective up to 75% of the participants that took it against gonorrhea, syphilis, and I don't know, something else, but still doesn't get rid of the HIV, you know. Now the problem with this is, as exciting as it is, I was like, yo, go get me a bag of that. An instance you had told me when I brought this up to you, this person sent this article, and thank you, it changed my life. I brought it up to you and you're like, yeah, from my face.
Yeah, that's what I used to clear.
I'm like, you have STIs on your face? You're like, no, you take that. That's one of the things that you can take when you have
breakouts.
You have breakouts. So you said it doesn't really work for me, but it is one of the things that you can prescribe to take for your face. And oddly enough, in the abstract, it wasn't really an abstract. It was just an article. I just like saying abstract. It was effective up to 75% effective.
That's good enough.
Yeah, except for people in Nigeria and men in France, which proves French men are dirty. I don't know why it proves that, but it just does. No, it just was just a buildup of antibiotics in those particular countries, probably because they were taking the antibiotics too much. But that's not the problem. That is not the biggest problem with this thing.
What's the problem?
The problem is this is something that has to be shared between two parties, right? It's not like, no, I'm cool. I wore a condom last time, so I'm clean.
Oh.
No, I'm cool. I took the pill last time. This is comes into a situation where you're like, hey, let's bareback. Because this is not, believe me, this in no way, shape, or form is being designed for the lifestyle. This is being thought about for the gay and bisexual community, where STIs are skyrocketing and becoming a problem. However, if we did maintain a supply of antibiotics, that does cut down on the disease. Hopefully, at some point in my lifetime, we can eradicate STIs and have one giant bareback orgy. That's the name of our next takeover. But that's not going to be the problem. The problem is I'm going to be walking around in our next takeover with a Pez dispenser filled with these pills, and my dick filled with dick injection, so with a hard-on and a bag of pills of Doxy going, who wants to? Here. It's getting the other person to take the pill. Be like, no, you'll be fine, sister. Just take this pill. So here I am, just shoving it in their mouths. You know what I mean?
She doesn't want the tea.
I'd rather you wear a condom. I'd rather you take this fucking pill.
It feels better for me. Take the pill.
Take the fucking pill. So then you're just a drug pusher, rapist, sort of, which is really unattractive to most women, I find. Also, bringing it up becomes kind of problematic. Like, so you guys into bareback? Because I got pills.
I'll just send you home with a gift bag, and it comes with the Pez of pills. Take those tonight. Some massage oil.
I put out some sexy lights. I got some chill house music on, and here's an abstract on doxycycline. Yeah. So if you could just read over the facts and the side effects, sign here. It is interesting, and I hope that it is something that for some of us will make life fun. I hope it does happen, because if there is a case where you're like, yeah, I'd like to have some bareback fun with this couple, maybe not every couple, but you want to stay extra safe. I don't think it's something that you want to do with every single encounter that you have.
Yeah.
But maybe that there is certain situations out there that you're like, because it's very rare in the lifestyle that you're like, I accidentally had bareback sex last night. But the truth is I think that the lifestyle stays a lot more protected than the dating world. That is a fact that I'm making up and spreading out there, but I believe it is true. I believe that the lifestyle world stays way more protected than the dating world out there, just because of the stigma attached to it. So look that up, find that drug online, send it to Richard and Lauren. We are going to start the supply, and you will get a tiny little pill dispenser when you meet us. It'll say Sunday through Saturday. And
oh my God.
It will have a little Molly in there.
Oh,
it'll have a little doxycycline in there, right? You will get a syringe to make your penis hard. It's a gift bag filled with drugs.
That's a really good idea.
It also sounds so legal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Amazon will sell it. Like, I don't think we could list as sellers on
But
Amazon.
the amount of things that I could sell if there were no laws in this world, which we were
Yeah.
talking about before.
I know.
I mean, it can make a fortune. You know, there's a little bit of K in there, a little bit of G. It comes in a cute little package. You know,
A pineapple.
it's a little pineapple. You take the pineapple off. It's all clearly marked, right? It has a time on it. When you should take this one. Don't take this one with this. It's all color coded. And it'd be great business until someone dies. Oh my God, are you totally feeling it? I'm on my doxycycline. You're rolling on doxycycline? No, you're taking this wrong.
No, it's not. No,
You're doing this
supposed
wrong.
to take the one in the Tuesday.
Oh man, honey, did you take the doxycycline? We had an orgy last night. You know what I just realized? I took the doxycycline last night and I am on the plane rolling my ass off right now. So we'll get our shit together and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I still think that the spray condom has a shot though, because it could protect against the viral stuff. So
Yeah, we're
keep working on it.
Yeah, we're gonna make that up in a lab. The see-through, skinless, invisible condom. Spray on herbal condom.
Spray it on and then take your doxycyclines.
That is about it from us. If you want more information, go to ASA, American Swingers Association, and it will not be listed there.
I don't think they vouched for it.
Please make sure to go over to Patreon and go over to our website and support us. We need the support now more than ever. Why? Because the peso is strong and the dollar is weak, and we are getting pummeled.
Not in the fun way.
And not in a fun way. So make sure to go over there and support us as much as you can. Remember, it is so worth it. That's our drug dealer who's here with the doxycycline, the doxy. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go leave a positive review.
Or for more information, go to room77life.com.
Thanks for stopping by Room 77.
We had a blast.
Now get your clothes and get out.
My skin's on fire, oh, 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 oh. On fire, oh, 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 oh. My skin's on fire, oh, 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 oh. Heart beats up line, right in time. You've become a remedy. I don't wanna be distracted, no. I'm having a reaction, oh. I give it to you, give into your state of mind. You don't wanna be distracted, no. You're having a reaction, oh. I can feel I can feel you burning up. 'Cause tonight we lose it all. We let go, it's something in the way you move that makes me do things I've never done. Yeah, tonight we lose it all. I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall and flames are getting closer, ooh, oh, 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 oh. My skin's on fire, oh, 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 oh. On fire, ooh, oh, 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 oh. My skin's on fire, oh, 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 oh. My skin's on fire, oh, 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 oh. My skin's on fire, oh, 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 oh. 'Cause tonight we lose it all. We let go, it's something in the way you move that makes me do things I've never done. Yeah, tonight we lose it all. I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall and